Speaking of our obligation as social media creators, when we drop into these cities that are being targeted by ICE or anywhere else that's in the headlines, and we choose to go travel and cover what's happening there, I think part of the reason that this conversation got going, and I know amongst some creators it's devolved into yelling and an argument, and I wish it could be productive. I hope still that the conversation could be productive. But we heard from some folks in Minnesota that they felt somewhat exploited, that they are not content, they're real people, and that there are better ways to help them if we are coming in to their space. What does it look like to get their consent? What does it look like to support them better? And I do think that's a really important conversation to have. But somebody in my YouTube comments earlier today from Minnesota made a really, really good point, and I don't think enough people are talking about it. The comment, and I'm sorry I didn't go back to fish for it, there's a lot of comments. The comment was something like, we would love to see people come and raise awareness of what is happening in Minnesota and to cover authentically what's going on and the way that folks are being targeted by the lawless, brutal gang of criminals that are ICE. But their request was, please don't come here if you are going to be dysregulated and raise the temperature. When you come in screaming, you come in looking to have an altercation with ICE because that makes for more dramatic content, or because you are really righteously angry about the ways that people are being victimized, right? You come in with all of the attitude and all of the anger, and you don't have self-control. You raise the temperature, you stoke tempers, you get law enforcement, legitimate or not, you get them amped up. That puts the local residents at greater risk. If you're some privileged, well-known white male influencer with your cameras at the ready, and you're amped up and you take it out on an ICE agent, he's not really likely to turn that on you. He's likely to turn it on the Black and brown folks, the immigrants in Minnesota. He's likely to turn it on a woman. He's likely to turn that anger that he feels because you got him escalated. He's likely to turn that on anybody but you. So when y'all are going in, I'm not going to Minnesota, but when y'all are going in, I really want you to think about what you're doing for the local residents. How are you helping them? How are you helping them? Yes, awareness and covering what's happening, getting the word out to more people, that's important. But there's so much more to it than that. I can get confrontational and bitchy on TikTok, but if I'm at a protest, I'm there with the safety team, and my job is de-escalation at all times, because it's not about my feelings at all. It's not about me venting my rage at all. It's about keeping everybody else safe. That's why my safety team, our motto is, who keeps us safe? We keep us safe, because God knows ICE is not going to keep us safe. So I guess I just want to encourage. I've seen a number of pretty hot-headed influencers. Sorry to be momming y'all a little bit, but a number of younger hot-headed influencers who are dropping into these protests, and they're just raising the temperature. They're making it riskier for people on the ground. And I'd really encourage you to think about what you're doing. What are you doing? How are you making things worse for people there? Are you listening to organizers on the ground? Are you listening to the nonviolent protesters who are there? The soccer moms, the retirees, the veterans, the immigrants, people who are on the front lines, who have to live in these communities that are being targeted. Are you listening to them and using the tactics that they are implementing, right? Are you following their lead? What does it look like to get consent? What does it look like to be a respectful visitor as a social media creator dropping into these places? And how do we all embrace the attitude that it is our responsibility not only to share what is going on, but to do no harm?